Hey, welcome everybody. It's finally here. It is season 6 of the GT Champions World Cup. I'm your host, Chris Ball, also known as Presidio Dog. In case you didn't know how to pronounce it, now you know. So welcome. We are at our first round. After a couple of weeks ago, we did 2 full days of live qualifying, and it was pretty insane. But now we're here. Now we're finally at Interlagos, and you know it's really funny. I was talking to the race designers. I'm like, did you time this out so that we'd be racing Interlagos in GT4 cars, while in real life, Formula One is racing at Interlagos this weekend? He's like, no, I had no idea. So it's just kind of funny that we're gonna get to see a lot of Interlagos this weekend. We are here. This is the top tier drivers, fastest ones from qualifying. We're only missing one driver from the list that I can tell. I'm actually just getting the last driver in here in the right direction. So I'm just getting the lobby all set up here, and I've got one more person to move along. So if you just bear with me a moment, and then I'm going to go through all the stuff. I'm just trying to get these guys all set up where they're supposed to be in the lobby. And I think I've got them all. So we've got 14 out of 15 drivers here today, which is awesome. Big difference for what's going on here for World Cup this season. If those of you remember last season, it ran a little bit differently. We had divisions. We had Division 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And we had 15 drivers in each of those divisions. Now we are doing classes. So we have Pro, Pro-Am, and Am. And they span across 5 lobbies worth of driving. And your fastest lap time you get in this race will set you for the grid in the next race. So drivers have a lot to think about. They got to get these tires to last. They got to throw in their fastest lap at some point. And they got to make the fuel last. So there's a lot of these drivers have to do to set themselves up for success. Finish the race. Don't run out of gas. Don't ruin your tires. And somehow set a fastest lap somewhere so that you can get things done. Anyway, so here we are. We're in the GT4 Lamborghini Huracan. We're at Interlagos. In 2 weeks from today, we will be at Autopolis in the Group 3 Hyundai Genesis. So that's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to have a good time. Let me give these guys their 2-minute warning really quick so that they know what's going on. Being the broadcaster and the host, lobby host, adds a little bit more complexity. But in any case, we want to thank Metropolis.com as our sponsor for this season of World Cup. We love you guys. We're grateful for all that you do. We're also grateful for our folks at Hypre who have handled all of the graphics for every season of World Cup thus far here at GT Champions, as well as BMW Cup, Porsche Cup, Midweek Madness, and others, and our new iRacing venture. In fact, coming up on Monday night, BMRL's final round, the Final Four at Homestead for their A-Class truck series is happening this Monday night. I will be doing this remote as I'm going to be on a work trip, so I will be doing this remote, which will be a lot of fun, so bear with us as we get through that. Then coming up on Tuesday, back into GT7, is round 81 at Fuji. And here's your whole giant list of cars to choose from. Find all the information in our Discord. We'll get you guys taken care of. It won't be a problem. But in any case, so there's our lobby lineup on the right-hand side. Sharky, last season's champion. And he is going to be fighting now to keep his championship going. If you check the community tab as a subscriber, don't forget to like and subscribe. In the community tab, there's a poll on who thinks that Sharky's going to be able to take this one again, right? So feel free to jump into that poll and get it all figured out. It should be a lot of fun. All right. The grid actually, here's the grid for all of the lobbies in case you're curious. Lobby 2 should be getting broadcasted soon. Having some technical difficulties with our broadcaster there. Tatiana's working it out, so just be patient. There is no broadcast for Group 3. A health emergency has happened with our broadcaster's family. He will not be able to make it tonight. So our thoughts and prayers go out to him and his family, and hope everything goes okay for you guys. All right, so let's get to... I'm playing with my brand new Stream Deck, and it's loads of fun. All right, let's get into the lobby and see what's going on. We're going to start this race. Let's see what's going on with tech. Okay, I think we lost a driver. Okay, we're going to wait for the driver to come back. So we're waiting for tech to come back. And let me let them all know. I'm going to let them all know that we're going to wait for tech. Which is funny, Tech's having tech issues, which is kind of fun. Anyway, so yes, this is gonna be interesting races. All right, 2 hours. They can pit 10 minutes before the hour, before the hour's up, the first hour's up, and 10 minutes into the second hour. So there's a 20-minute pit window, and the middle of that pit window is at 1 hour. So they get 10 minutes before and 10 minutes after to get in and get out. Key. Can't go in before, can't come out after. Now, they can pit any time during the race to fix damage, obviously. This is a heavy damage race, so we're really struggling to find ways to make this a little bit more realistic, but we only have 15 people, and we have a lot going on. So they can get in, they can fix the cars whenever they want to. It's a long pit stop. It's a very long pit stop to get in and out of the pits, let alone getting the... getting the service work done. We're looking at a pretty long race as far as races go. Let me see, Tech showing back up in 5th. I think that's where he's supposed to start. We're just gonna check really quick. Yes, he is supposed to start there. So, all right. Just sending a note to the drivers, giving them 30 seconds and a good luck. All right. I think I've got audio. I should probably go on track and see. Ah, there it is. We got some audio. And that's what I needed to see. I know that it's working, and that's good stuff. All right, so we'll get back here. We'll make sure everybody's ready to go. It looks like everybody's in. All right. Let's give them the big good luck. This is going to be fun. Turn 1 is going to be a challenge, but here we go. Round 1, folks, in the top lobby. These are the fastest guys we have at GT Champions right now, and they are going to duke it out. 14 of the 15 are here. They're going to duke this out in what it will be sure to be the most difficult race that they're going to have along this season, especially with all of the tire wear issues. So here we go. They will get penalized if they false start. So we're going to wait for the lights, and we're going to get this race going. Oh, I'm so excited, you guys. This has been a long time coming. Here come the lights. And come on. Go, 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 go. And there they go. Sharky gets a great launch. Monkey Man right there behind him. But look at that. Cyclone Dan gets a great launch. I need to get into chase cam so I could see behind through the corner, make sure we didn't have any. Look at that. That's how the pros get it done, people. I like it. I like it. Sharky leads, already got a half a second out. There is Mad Hatter in 3rd. Monkey Man's right behind him. Look at this. Cyclone Dan and Tech Racing. The BVL guys came to represent. Look at that. They are all over the place. Oh, look at Tech Racing looking inside. Mad Hatter, show me the cameras, please. And he makes his move. Tech Racing up to 4th. Gains a spot in the 1st sector. Look at this. No red flags. I'm a happy camper. Folks, I am the happiest of campers right now. Ooh, there we go. Toto Wolf. He's got a little bit going on there. It's hard to keep track of all the drivers and what's going on right now, but we'll let them slide out there. Oh, we got a little bit of action happening right here. Too wide. Nope, they straighten all out, and it's now back to a nice straight line of cars. This is the place where the overtakes happen. Is this infield and in the braking zone at turn 1, but already nice and clean through our first lap. Way to go, gentlemen. There is Nav moving up into 6th, Kawazuri in 7th. Oh, I do not have their nicknames on. Hang on a second. Yes, I do. Okay. Toto Wolff has fallen back to what seems to be 9th place. He started in 10th, actually, so he's gained a spot. And it looks like Rusty Maggots is still sitting there at the back of the pack. Remember, these guys are not necessarily all racing each other. They are on the track. But oh, look at this. Look at this group of cars. This is insane. Let's go on board where you can see just a whole slew of cars all together. There's Cyclone. He's got a whole rear view mirror full. I should have done some of those little, a little tap. Oh, a little bit of tap. It holds it together. Yeah, these guys, it's 2-hour-long race. They need to be patient, but also these guys don't want to see Sharky just get away, right? So Cyclone Dan has, I know, why is it showing that instead of his, hold on a second, let me change this to, there, Kaizen, that's right, okay. So Kaizen is up into 5th place. There is Cyclone Dan has fallen back to 6th. There's Nico Tech, Toto JNav, Truth. Look at this group. Look at this little bundle back here. We can watch from Burning Man's view. Look at all these Lamborghinis trying to find space. And they're going to compromise some of their exits and some of their entries. And here we go, the big long run up the hill. Look at this. Look how tight they are together. But coming into turn 1, Sharky, a 1.4 second lead, finishing lap 2. Right behind him is Monkey Man Macho, which I expected to see there. Mad Hatter knew, and there's Kawazura, expected him up there, and Kaizen. There's Kaizen right there from Racing with the Expendables and LRC. So LRC and Expendables have kind of teamed up as a team this season, which is kind of cool. Nico all the way up to 6th. Nico started in last place, and he's already up to 6th place. Nice job. So watch out for Nico. There is Cyclone Dan, dropped down into 7th. Toto Wolff, new driver here. Ooh, and he's just losing a spot right now to G-Bub. G-Bub, team captain for the Expendables racing team, is up into 8th position. And having, these guys have to make these tires last all the way through this race. This should be a very interesting race to see just how these people pull it off. All right, Burning Man, he's new. I don't know him yet, but we're going to get to know this guy pretty soon because this guy is not a slowpoke. Not a slowpoke at all. Every last driver in this lobby are our pro class drivers, so keep that in mind. Ooh, JNav, that's Nav Motorsports. He's got a penalty. Half second. That's not going to be great. It's good for Tech, but it's not good for him. But some of these drivers can just kind of sit back. This is 2 hours. Save the fuel, save your tires. Look at this gap that Sharky and Monkey Man Macho have put on the group. Where's the next car? There he is. 3.5 seconds back to Mad Hatter. That's how far the 2 front drivers have gone. I'm going to make a prediction that the battle for the lead will be these 2 cars, Sharky and Monkey Man Macho from Black Flag. They are so fast. What's interesting is when you get down into lobbies 2 and 3, you're gonna find a mixture of pro and pro-am drivers. Lobby 3 is mostly gonna be pro-ams, maybe a couple amateurs that work their way up, and so a lot of these guys are just fighting to get the points on the guys they're racing in their class, because these guys are all in the same class. So every one of these guys, every position on the track counts. Kawazuri up into 4th, started... Where did Kawazuri start? He started... let's see, where did he start? He started in 8th, and he's up into 4th position now. So, now if you're wondering why you can't see what tires they're on and what their fuel levels are, is we keep that a secret during World Cup because this is a fuel and tire race. And the drivers that are smart enough know what everybody started on. right? But we don't want to give away how their tires are doing and what their fuel situation looks like, because it's just not right to do that. So Kaizen up into the top 5, following in the slipstream of Kawazuri, but he has got Nico right there. Nico looks like he's going to go for it. A little bit defensive. Kaizen, well, where's he trying to go? There ain't no room there. He is looking everywhere to get around. He has the outside, but he doesn't hold it down, and he's going to have to slide back in and continue on. One of the things I've noticed about Nico is a significantly more aggressive driver than many of the other drivers. So we'll see him make some pretty interesting moves during the races. Hopefully he keeps it clean. But he is the kind of guy that is going to look for those gaps at every moment possible. But these 2-hour races are going to be a patience race. We've gotten, what, 7.5 minutes into the race is all? We have a long way to go, and they have a, like from the movie, a long way to go and a short time to get there, right? These guys have a long journey ahead of them that they got to make it through. G-Bub still sitting in 7th, Cyclone Dan in 8th. Burning Man, the new guy that I don't know, in 9th, and then he's doing pretty dang good. Look at all these guys are so close together still. There's the truth. So Sector 7 has a few drivers in here. I think, who's one of them? I need to find out. Right here? Yeah, there's Truth and Rusty Maggots. Those are your Sector 7 drivers right now that are out on track. All right, finishing up lap 5, the leader comes across a nearly 2-second gap to Monkey Man Macho. And there he is right there in P2. Mad Hatter's coming across the line now. Kawazuri up into 4th. Kaizen and Nico right there. Nico is really, ooh. I don't know what that was. That was, let's go back and take a look. What was that? Was that just a lag spike? Oh, it was just, yeah, it was like a little accordion type lag spike thing. So, it is what it is. All right, so Kawazuri up into 4th, Mad Hatter in 3rd. So this battle is just hot. I love it. Let's see, did anybody start on different tires? I'm just going to run through all the cars really quick. Interesting. Okay. Because I get to see the tires, I get to understand how the race is going to pan out in a little bit. So I'll make sure to keep the excitement there for you folks. It looks like our Lobby 2 host, our broadcaster, the technical issues just hit hard. They are in the lobby, just in case anybody wants to know. And Tatiana will try to do a rebroadcast once her gear is fixed, and get that back to you. Which is great that Tatiana's staying in there, because we need Tatiana to do that replay for sure. Mad Hatter still has, oh, look at this. There is a lot happening here. Kaizen is really holding up, not holding up, is holding Nico at bay. I think Nico just needs to just hang out. The race will come to him. Here comes G-Bub in 7th. And Burning Man, and then a little bit Toto Wolff coming into turn 1. Look at that group of cars. I know we have a few folks from that are visiting that are iRacing folks that are watching the stream right now. So welcome to all of you that are here. Appreciate having you about. This is our best set of drivers up here in the top division, so we get to see these folks make some real good racing happen. I gotta get that together, Chris. And stick around in an hour and 48 minutes, and we're gonna have the top. We're gonna have the top 3 drivers in to do interviews with them afterwards. All right, let's check up front really quick. 2 seconds up the road is Sharky from Macho Man, who is 4.5 seconds up the road from this group. Now, Mad Hatter is keeping some gap. He's got a 1 second gap. But then Kawazuri's just leading this train of cars. And if they could just work together, they could probably catch. They've got Slipstream in their favor right there. So Kaizen and Nico just need to get up to each other and push if they can. It's not like NASCAR. You gotta be a little bit more delicate with these guys. Because look how close they are. And we don't encourage touching other cars, but we don't discourage a little rubbing now and again. It's a part of racing. It happens as you're trying to get through, but we do have a very stout stewarding group, so we'll be keeping an eye on all of these. For those of you who are new, and there's a few of you in here I see, we have the I want to keep an eye on this one up here because Mad Hatter is losing some time. Kawazuri is catching up. Kawazuri from High Prix. There's 2 High Prix drivers in this top division right now, or top lobby. Well, they're all in the same class too. Oh, what happened there with Kawazuri? He went really wide for a second. Maybe he was trying to set himself up to gain some time, or he just outbroke himself. In any case, oh, I forgot what I was talking about. Anyway, for you new folks, we have a stewarding ticketing system. So after the events are over, if a driver has an incident that they want to report because of a driver doing some not nice things or whatever, their team captain, if they're part of a team, or if they're independent, they can do it themselves. They can open a ticket, and our stewarding department will take a look at these tickets and evaluate them, look over race footage, try to figure out what's going on, have them each submit video if necessary. So we do the best that we can to try and get a honest and fair assessment of, you know, a stewarding incident. Some of the people say, well, what if these guys are on your team, right? What if they're an RWB guy? You could ask either one of them. If they are on the stewarding team and they have a ticket against them, they don't even get to see the ticket. I mean, they can see it, but they don't get to respond or comment on it. Their team captain will have to do that unless the team captain has them do it. And you can ask any one of these guys. They've seen me nab some of them with some penalties. So, oh, whoa, look at that. Kawazuri got really wide there. Let's go back and take a look at what that was about. Oh, we got a little bit of a tap from Nico. And he's going to continue on. So that's what happened there. So Nico gave him a little bit of a tap and kind of made him a little bit wiggled there. Hopefully he didn't ruin too much of his tires to get him through the rest of the race. But Nico's now from last to 5th. So not having a bad race. All right, really quick, let's take a look down here. So there's Kaizen and G-Bub. All of them still very much in the hunt for that 3rd place spot. Clearly, Sharky and Monkey Man have decided to, you know, we know what's up. And then Toto Wolff, look at this. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13th place. All right here. Wow. So, yeah, Toto Wolff from High Prix leading the next group of cars. And we'll see how these cars fare through the rest of the race. But look at that. Wow. And where's Tech Racing? He's having not the best time. He was the one that was struggling with getting into the lobby. So maybe his technical issues with the wheel, something like that. We'll see. But remember, these guys have to set their fastest lap. And currently, Monkey Man Macho has a 139.322. That's, so far, with this group of guys, that's pole. However, just in case you're wondering, if somebody in the lobby 2 does a faster lap time in their lobby, they'll steal that pole position from Monkey Man. So anybody in all 5 lobbies can snag the pole for the top spot if they manage to get there. So Kawazuri's going to lose a spot there, probably two, because Kaizen is going to come and get a great run all the way up in the slipstream. Is going to go right around him right here. There he's going to try to make his move in there, getting a little bit pinched out. Kawazuri trying to save the spot, and it looks like Kaizen is going to go for it. He's trying to keep him on the outside. Yeah, he's forcing Kawazuri to have to do this the unconventional way through turns 1 and 2. But Kawazuri manages to hold him back for now. So Kaizen in the hunt. Nico has moved up into 4th place. Where is he? Camera. Hello, camera. There we go. So he's caught up to Mad Hatter. That was something Kawazuri was not able to do, or wasn't trying to do. But Nico says, I want to get to that 3rd place. So this is the battle for 3rd. We're going to keep an eye on this one here. In goes deep, in goes Nico, and he makes the pass, but can he hold it together? He does, and Nico up into P3. So Nico has used up his fuel and tires to get from last to 3rd. Now he has to hold that off for the entirety of the race and save his fuel and his tires. So we'll see how he does. This is not a sprint race, folks. This is an endurance race. Oh, Kawazuri, a half-second penalty. I don't know where that came from, but he must have had a little bit of... No, he wouldn't have gotten that through. Oh, maybe he got that in turn 3 when he went a little wide. He might have got off the racing line, and he's gonna hit that penalty zone right. Oh, that's penalty zone he's already done up the hill. So G-Bub now is there, and Kaizen teammates. They're all going to go for it. Inside, G-Bub really sticks it in there. Wow, and Kawazuri is going to go off track to get through there. Is that going to give him a penalty? Yes. Oh, geez, a 1.5 second penalty, which is kind of sucky because he was trying to avoid a situation, but he clearly drove off track, and yeah, he's not going to be happy with that. G-Bub was a little bit intense in that corner. We'll have to, deal with that later. But that was some driving. That was for sure. All right, so Mad Hatter still in 4th. Nico's gone already. 2 seconds up the road. He's already said, "See you later, alligator." So we'll see if he can hold that together. Mad Hatter now. He's got G-Bub coming to get him. So G-Bub from Expendables. And it looks like Mad Hatter's just driving around with his blinker on. Yeah, he's just letting everybody know, pass me on the right. G-Bub in 5th, Kaizen 6th. Kawazuri slides back to 7th. He's going to slide back to a lot further than that when he comes to this penalty zone. Let's go on board right here with The Truth. The Truth is going to be able to probably get this up the hill. On the brakes for a 1.5 seconds goes Kawazuri. Watch this. They're just going to go flying on by. In fact, Kawazuri is probably going to lose another spot potentially. That's Toto Wolff, teammate now, right there. And Toto Wolff's going to get around Kawazuri as well. Wow, Kawazuri really got nailed with that. And now he's back in the pack. Both the High Pre cars. There is... Who is that? Oh, that's Nav. Nav making a move up into 9th place. So Nav, who had an earlier issue, is now back up into the top 10 and fighting with the rest of these guys right here. So there's a lot to be happening. Remember what I told you about a long race? We're, what, 20 minutes in? Yeah, so there's a lot left to go. There's Rusty Maggots! Rusty Maggots! Rusty Maggots is a great person, just in general. I like him. Kawazuri all the way back to 12th. He was running in 4th place for the longest time and has fallen back. So a new strategy might be unfolding for him. All right, so up front, Sharky's still 2.8 seconds up the road. You can't even see Monkey Man. There he is. There's Monkey Man. Oh, Monkey Man with a 1 second penalty. It's not going to lose him any spots, but any shot of being around Sharky when needing to be is not going to be there. Here comes Nico up the hill. That was a 5.9 second gap. Let's see coming across the line what that drops to. 4.6, 4 seconds, 3.6. He's probably going to get close to 2.5 seconds by the time he gets to the end of the straight. Okay, 3 seconds. So Nico makes a huge gain right there at the benefit of Monkey Man Macho. So, but that's okay. That's okay. We'll let them go. Here comes Nico, and then not far behind him, there is G-Bub with Mad Hatter, and then look at this crew. There's Burning Man, Truth, Kaizen, J-Nav is coming, and then there's Toto, Rusty, and Kawazuri. So, a lot of people full defensive mode through the pit lane exit, trying to keep people around him. Toto Wolff was full defensive mode. He sees these guys coming. He's like, ah. I'm looking at Kawazuri in his last several laps. I've only seen a 139.9 out of there. So he's 7/10 off on his fastest lap. Now keep in mind, folks, that some of these drivers are on different tire comp. Oof. Okay. So that's one way to push your way through. These guys are just duking it out for this top 10 spot. Keep it clean. Keep it clean. Ooh, Rusty's right there. Rusty's there for the spot. And he's going to be able to take it. And Kawazuri's going to have to lay back just a little bit. Nope. There's still a car there. Got to leave the space. Whew. These guys are tearing it up out here. All right, let's check up here at the front. Nico, 3.5 seconds. Still 3 seconds for Monkey Man. Nothing's changing there. G-Bub's built himself a fancy little gap. And here comes Burning Man. Burning Man is getting up into 5th place, making a hole for himself. Let's go back and watch that. Was he ahead? I think he was already ahead of him. Yeah, he makes the move in the braking zone and gets the job done. And Mad Hatter falls back into 5th position. So up into down into 6th position goes Mad Hatter. Now what'll be interesting is the speed at which these cars are going to go in the next stint as opposed to this stint. So it's going to be interesting to see the difference in lap times when they pit. So Burning Man sitting there in 5th position. What's up? He has a nickname. Let's see if we can see what the nicknames are. Turbozy. Yeah, he's not going by that. He's going by the other name. So we're going to just go ahead and stick with the online IDs. So, all right, let's see. Sharky should be coming across the line now, finishing lap 15. We're expecting to see about 70 laps, I think they said. Is it 70? It's going to be about 70 laps, maybe. Maybe it's 60 laps. Because they're going to get to their 25 minutes in. They still have another... Yeah, it's going to be about 70 laps. So, Sharky having a very consistent race. Monkey Man Macho also, with the exception of the one penalty that he had. But now, there is Nico sitting in 3rd. And G-Bub in 4th. With Burning Man not far behind. So we have Burning Man making his way up. And then look at this little group. Kaizen leads Mad Hatter and Truth. And I think that's, Mad Hatter, Truth, and that white and purple car is Nav Motorsport. I'm sorry, I am totally not paying attention to the chat. There's so much going on in the race right now. I didn't want to miss anything. Look at that. Look at that really tight fit through there. Kaizen loses out. Mad Hatter is going to move up in front of him. But Kaizen was right there looking for that spot and just didn't quite hold it together. And so now Kaizen drops into 7th place. I don't know if Tech Racing's car is okay.
Let's go see if we can find where he's at. Is he still on track? He is. He's a ways back. He may have had technical difficulties with his car, that's for sure. So the fast lap's a 39 flat. They might be on softs. That makes sense. I will tell you that some of these lap times I'm seeing here are actually being done on mediums. So they're going to show some real pace when the next one comes, or when the next tire set comes around. That's for sure. Yes, Drew Griffin. The one make racing is a lot of fun because you get to now present the drivers with the same car. The only difference is that we do have the brake bias available to these drivers, which is something you really need to think about when you're driving these long endurance races, because those front tires will get hammered. So smarter drivers are going to get their brake bias to the place where it gives them the braking they want, gives them the rotation they need without burning up their front tires, right? So hopefully they can drive and steer some more. So hello from Australia. Hey, look at that. Okay. Craig, nice to see you. Let's see. Let's look at, I see that comment about Kawasuri's tires, and I will tell you that his tires are no different than the others running the same compound, if that helps at all. So his tires are fine. I think he's just got frustrated, lost concentration, and had some mistakes. It's the first race. These guys have to get all the butterflies out of their system, you know, get it all put together. Oh, hello, Madsta. I just realized that was you that was saying that. Yeah, it's going to be about 72 laps. Maybe more, depending on how fast these guys are traveling. We'll see. We'll definitely find out as we get closer to the end of the race. Everyone's starting to spread out pretty good. This little group back here for 6th place to 10th place, there's a lot that could still happen back here. So these guys, despite having a 2-hour-long race, they have plenty of racing left to do. Whew. Tech Racing is kind of making some moves back. He's running, looks like he's running low to mid 140s pretty consistently. He's got a 139.5 in there. So he might be able to make his way back. We'll see how he goes. But Sharky's definitely showing that number 1 on his number placard stands for something. Pretty young guy. And every time he shows up, he shows us what he's made for. So we'll see if he can hold this together. But, you know, you miss one race. Oh, I should explain that in case for those of you who are new and aren't watching. So the way that we're running the series is attendance is a really big deal. Because we're in a platform where we have limited drivers that we can fit into a lobby, we do we're doing 15 cars per lobby, right? And ooh, look at that move. Now's going to get a couple spots maybe there. I don't know. He almost had 2. He got around 1, so he's up into P8. I think we might want to keep an eye on this little pack right here. These guys are putting together some pretty exciting racing. But in any case, the way that it's working out is, Nav's sticking his nose in there. And he's going to have the inside here, but can he get all the way up? Is someone going to give him a push? Look at that. Truth is like, I want to show up here. Ooh, there's a little bumping happening. Oh, my goodness. Let's watch from back here. These guys, we'll watch from right here. We'll watch from Toto's. These guys are digging for every spot. But in any case, while we're watching this unique group of cars racing here, if you miss a race and you can't race, then you go into the bubble list, and you've got to wait for a spot to open back up for you to get back in and race. And when you do, the first one you miss, you'll get to come back into the series. It's basically you get a mulligan. You get to come back into the series, but you will start behind the slowest lap timed car in your class. So let's say these pro guys, one of them has to miss a race. If the slowest, fastest lap time that a driver has in the pro class, that person would then start their next race behind them in whatever lobby that is. So that's just, ooh, look at that. Look at that. Rusty Maggot sticks his nose in there, makes it work, but he's compromised his exit, and Truth is going to get that spot back. Maybe. Let's watch from here. Nope. There's still there's all kinds of stuff happening, folks. All kinds of stuff up here. So Truth up into 8th, and there's his teammate Rusty Max. Ooh, a little bit of bumping and grinding going back here. Let's go back and see what the heck was going on here. We'll look from one of these high pre cars, see what we can see from here. Oh, inside. Okay, so inside looking deep, gets a little wide and doesn't leave much room, to get back onto the track. Yeah. It takes time, folks. It takes time to get these guys figuring out how to drive around each other, that's for sure. Burning Man catching up to G-Bub. Nico's just gone. Although he is 1.6 seconds from Monkey Man. Look at that. So he's catching Monkey Man, Nico is. Oh, we might see a battle here for P2 shortly. I'll have to keep an eye on that one. G-Bub now under threat from Burning Man. Burning Man sitting in his slipstream, gaining some time. Probably not enough to get to him at the turn, but if he could stay with him for the rest of the next lap, he should be able to get all the... Oh, he's going to go for it. Under brakes, gets it all the way woed up just in time. And look at that. Burning Man moves up into 4th position in turn 1. Nice move, dude. That was some late braking. I mean, that car was... Did you see how it wound itself all up a little bit there when he was trying to slow that car down? Holy crap. I was like, I thought he was going to spin or take G-Bub out. But up into 5th he goes. G-Bub, rather, goes back into 5th. And then there is Mad Hatter. He's not too far away. And there is Kaizen. And then Rusty Maggot's ahead of his teammate Truth right there. Both S7 drivers. And then you got JNAB, who is sporting a group of high pre drivers right behind him that are just trying to get through here. JNAB is going to hold these guys back as best as he can. This is for P10. My drone is flying awful low to the track. Some of these, afraid they're going to hit it. Oh, Kawazuri, he did that last time, and he lost himself a space going off the track there. Okay, let's check up here. Look at this. All right, so let's go on board here. Nico is in range. He is in range. He's going to be getting some slipstream off of that car in front of him and should be able to gain some time. You can see he's already gained a 1/10.5 in the slipstream now. He's got to put this lap together, make sure his fuel and tires hold together, and try to catch Monkey Man. And we haven't even gotten to the halfway mark yet. This is insane. This is awesome. Oh, I forgot to get my pit window open and closed icon going for the race. Silly me. Pixteca, if you watch this, or if you're watching, we got to get that little pit window open, pit window closed icon going. I forgot all about that. This is going to be an exceedingly long season, folks. We're only racing every other week. There's 12 rounds instead of 10. So there's 6 GT3 rounds, 6 GT4 rounds. And we're going to see Nico is not that patient. Look at that. So right there, Monkey Man already knows. Go on by. He's not going to fight him. He doesn't want to have anything to do with that. So he's just going to tuck in behind, and Nico comes across the line to complete lap 22 and is now all the way up into P2. Congratulations, Nico. He started last. So for those of you that wonder, like, oh, if I start last, I have no chance. I beg to differ. You just have to keep on plugging away. Who's this guy up here? We keep forgetting about this guy up there that's just turning his laps 139s every single lap without fail. Like, look at those lap times. I mean, that's he did 139.6 3 laps in a row, an 8, and then a 6 again, and 7s. Like, he is hitting every single mark exactly the way he's supposed to. Nico's been running solid 139s as well. Very low to middle 39s. Monkey's been running a little bit slower than that, which explains why Nico is able to catch him. But this is an endurance race. Has Nico used up more fuel than he should have to get to where he is? We'll see. Because if he uses too much fuel, when they go to pit, we're only doing 1 liter per second refuel rate, which means these guys are going to be sitting in the pits for nearly 2.5 minutes to fill the car up, to service it, and drive through. So it's long, and if you're waiting to fill up a whole bunch of extra fuel over some of the other cars, Monkey Man, no! Half-second penalty. Burning Man now. G-Bub, look at that. G-Bub's running in 5th position. I've raced around G-Bub a lot of times, and he has definitely improved his race performance, that's for sure. His pace is way up there. Doing good. And here comes Kaizen, and someone's going deep. Someone's going deep on Mad Hatter. I think that is truth. Come on, camera, work with me. No, it was Rusty Maggots that went in deep. So Rusty Maggots is up to 7th, Truth in 9th. And so Mad Hatter's stuck in an S7R sandwich. Yeah, these guys spent weeks practicing for the qualifiers in the Group 3. Oh my gosh, why can't I remember what car we did? I stared. Oh, it was the new AMC, the new Mercedes AMG, the 2020. That's what the car was. I was like, why am I not remembering that? That is ridiculous. Ooh, Burning Man might have a penalty. That he went way off the track. I don't know if his all 4 wheels went off, but looks like he's okay so far. But G-Bub is just putting on the pressure. Is G-Bub going to make a move here, or is he just going to push him and try to get a gap a little bit further away? He's probably going to stay right here until he can make the move. Going full defensive mode is Burning Man. Pull out later on the brakes. Try to keep the outside of it. Nope, he's going to... Oh, look at that. He's trying to move under so he can get a better run coming out of this corner. And, oh, look at that closing speed right there. He's a little wobbly through there, but G-Bub could have had a better exit. I think he went a little too deep when he was trying to do his switchback. On the brakes. Ooh, there's a lot of curb missed there. These guys have such consistency, a lot of these guys, which just explains why they're all up here, right? So this is the battle for 4th. Burning Man, he's got that Expendables car all over his case. This will be good points for the LRC team because Sharky's in 1st and G-Bub's in 5th. So that's good good points because so far those would be the top 2 points they get. Wow, he's cutting that corner really close. So how the championship rounds work. There's the individual class champions, pro-am, and amateur driver championships that everyone's fighting for. And then there's the team championship. So you got guys like Sharky, right? Sharky's in Sharky up in first with LRC, and you got G-Bub, who is in 5th. They're on the same team. I think Nico was with Rusty Nuts, but I don't think there's any other drivers there. Monkey Man Macho with Black Flag, Burning Man with SRC, G-Bub with LRC Expendables, and then there's an S7, the S7 guy. Oh, look at this. So these S7 guys are going to earn some points too. So the way that it works is you can have as big a team as you want, but only your top 3 point getters count towards the championship. The bonus points don't matter, like fastest lap. You get a bonus point for fastest lap, but it doesn't count towards your team score. So these guys are going to add their points up. Now Sector 7 only has 2 guys that are in this lobby. So if they have another one that's in lobby 2, let's say, then they'll take the 2 top guys here in lobby 1 and their top finisher in lobby 2 or wherever their next top finisher is, and those are the points that get added to their team score. So this should be very interesting to see. We're going to have 3 LRC expendable cars in the top 7 here. SRC's got Burning Man as one of them, so he's only got 1. Is there another SRC guy in here? I don't think so. And then there's the 2 Hypre drivers. And you got a bunch of BVL drivers. All right, well, let's see. The leader is in turn 2, now in turn 3. And Nico just came through turn 1. He's now into turn 3. And Monkey Man's right behind him. So they've got quite a gap. And here comes the rest of the crew. G-Bub into 4th position, has made his way around Burning Man. Up into 4th. So that's some great points for the team. That is for sure. But remember, this is a heavy damage series. And it's a really long series. So they got to make these tires last. Pit window will open in about 4 minutes. 5 minutes, I guess. It'll open up opens up at 50 minutes into the race. We are at... Why is my live timing not showing up on the screen for you guys? Let me take a look at that. Stand by. Let's see this work now. No. Okay, hang on. I'm gonna fix it so you folks can see how much time is left in there. I mean, you see the countdown. I see that. There we go. Yes, for some reason the timer's all kind of screwy. I can fix that because I'm a smarty guy and I know how to fix things. We got a lot of drivers trying to find their way. There we go. Now you can see the lobby timer, how long we've been racing for. All right, so Sharky's still up 7 seconds. Jeez Louise, he's so fast. Nico's already built 3.5 seconds to Monkey Man. That's pretty sizable. Still, but a 9-second gap back to G-Bub. So G-Bub, he knows he's not fighting those guys. He's fighting that guy right there, Burning Man, right behind him for sure. And Rusty Maggots, because Rusty's gaining. These guys back here are gaining some time on that 4th and 5th place. You see them a lot more in the pictures. There's Rusty, right behind him. There's Kaizan, and then Truth, J-Nav, Mad Hatter, Toto Wolf, Kawazuri, and Cyclone Dan. And look, there's Tech. Tech is back in the action. He's caught back up to all of these guys, and now we're only 35 seconds from first to 14th. That's a significant difference. Don't get me wrong. I'm sure Tech has no anticipation of winning a race from that far back, but he's catching up now. Look, from his car, he can see cars now. Look over there, and he can see more cars. Yay, I get to race. That's probably what he's thinking. So, all right, nothing wrong here up front. Everyone is still doing what they're supposed to be doing up in the top 3 spots, but back here is where the action is. G-Bug running in 4th. Where did he have time to make a comment while driving? That's crazy. Burning Man in 5th, and now Rusty is nearby. Truth is nearby. These guys practice a lot. These Sector 7 guys have a whole practice schedule that I know that they go by. And, ooh, Truth with a 1-second penalty. Owie, owie, owie. That's going to be terrible. And that's going to hurt. That's going to lose him a bunch of spots. But the race isn't over. We still have about 2 minutes till the pit window opens. Well, 2 minutes, 20 seconds. So when you see that timer at the top of your screen hit 50 minutes, then they can go into the pits, and they have to be done before the 70-minute mark or the hour and 10-minute mark. So they have to get that part figured out. Kaizen, there's JNav. I like that livery, dude. That looks awesome. This car sounds good, too. Listen to this. Oh, man, these guys are just pushing it. Look at that. He's looking for the spot. JNav's looking for a spot. There goes that penalty. Look at that. Look how far back that Truth is going to fall. He's going to lose the slipstream with these guys and everything. But JNav moves up into 7th, gets a good spot there. He's going to stay defensive because he knows that Kaizen can make some moves. If Kaizen can stay around the outside, and he doesn't. And up he goes into 7th. Oh, you got to know these guys are having a blast. This guy is just like, I just need to hit my marks and win the race. He's like somebody called him the Max Verstappen of the GT champions. He might get a penalty for right there. Is he going to get a penalty for that? He was like way outside the lines there. I guess you can go outside the lines in a lot of these corners. But anyway, like, he's the Max Verstappen of the GT champions. Nico is sort of like, he's starting to be kind of like I don't know how he got from last to first, or last to second, but he did it, and that's just through a lot of racing. But we'll see. Does he have the fuel to make it, though? I'm looking at some of the fuel that's going on in some of the cars around here, and some of them will be pitting significantly sooner than others. That is for sure. Yeah, I love the balance where everyone's got the same car, and they got to figure out what is the least amount of time it takes to get around this track. Is it all out, rev the car out, and do whatever I need to do? Or is it save some fuel so that you're not in the pits as long? Right? Also, don't get penalties and don't wreck, and all the other things that have to go along with automobile racing. All right, so Sharky's still up, doing just fine. Nico's gap building from Monkey Man. Monkey Man sitting in 3rd. Remember, all these drivers, the pit window is now open. Anybody can pit, and they have to be out of the pit exit line before the 10 minutes after mark. So we're going to see there's I can share with you now because all the drivers are going to learn this the moment everybody pits. And as soon as everybody pits, it shows on the left-hand side of the screen. It's going to show everybody what tire they pit from. So the good news is every single person on track right now are all on the same tire compound. Every one of them. So everybody is turning all of these lap times, these ridiculous lap times that you're seeing, on the medium tire. So that's what all the drivers are currently on, and all of them will be pitting at the end of the pit window is my guess, unless they're out of fuel. There's no way that they're going to make the soft tires last as long as the medium tires, so they're going to have a lot of work to do. They're going to run these medium tires all the way to the end of the pit window. Sorry to burst your bubble and maybe ruin some of the suspense, but you're going to start freaking out like, when are they going to pit? When are they going to pit? There are some drivers, not necessarily the ones I'm looking at, I've noticed there are some drivers already right now who are driving with the fuel light on. And it makes sense because their fuel is nearly gone in the car. So we're going to see some drivers pitting sooner than others. But they've got to be able to make sure they get enough fuel that they can last all the way to an hour mark. And wow, what is this pushing? That is a lot of guys. I'm just like, I'm just gonna hold you right there. Starting to get dark and cloudy and colder. Headlights are definitely on and providing some light to the drivers. You can see it. Oh, look at that. Kaizen gets a little loose. JNAB thinks, I'm going to go around the outside. Nope. Oh, look at that. There's Truth. Truth says, I want to get a piece of this. And he's got Toto Wolff right there. Let's watch from Toto's. Look at this. This 4-pack right here. Up the hill they go together. Anybody going in? Nobody's going in there. All right, let me do a quick rundown here. So Sharky on lap 33 now. Not quite to the halfway mark. Still 6 minutes to go before we hit the middle of this race. And some of these drivers that I've been scrolling through have very little fuel left compared to some of the other drivers. And so you're going to see a significant difference in these drivers as they pit. We're going to see a lot of people end up in front of other people because they're going to have to spend a little bit more time in the pits fueling. So fuel saving is important, but also trying to get these medium tires to last the whole way. Look at that. This is okay. We're just not going to look away from here anymore. This is just too much fun. These guys are really making it tight, and I love this. These guys are probably just like, I get to do this for like 2 hours. This is freaking awesome. There's also another little group back here that's getting a little racy too. Got a couple little 4-packs having some battles. There's a couple three BVL drivers. Cyclone Dan, Mad Hatter, and Tech Racing all together, nose to tail on the track. Kawazuri says, I want to get in between you guys. I'm tired of staring at the same color bumper for all this time. Get out of my way. G-Bub, not as big a gap to Rusty as he used to have, because there is Rusty in 5th with Burning Man not far behind. So Rusty around Burning Man and up into 5th place. Burning Man drops back to 6th. Here comes JNAV in 7th. a lot of these drivers that I'm looking at all have fuel lights on and flashing, so I'm wondering when we're going to see our first drivers head into the pits. Where's our race leader right now? He's coming up the hill. I guarantee you he's gonna find a way to take these tires and fuel all the way to the end of the pit window. Nico won't be able to go as far. He's got less fuel there in his car, but man, he's really turning some good lap times. Monkey Man Macho comes across to finish lap 34, and he is still in third place. And here comes G-Bub and Rusty Maggots up into fifth. Burning Man. Everyone's kind of spaced themselves out a little bit here. Now here's the struggle. Anybody that's pitting right now, the good news is they're going to get a couple of minutes where they don't have to worry about the fuel in the latter part of the race, because they're going to eat some of that time just sitting in the pits, because everyone will. But some of these drivers are not going to make it. Well, I think they'll all make it to the 1 hour mark, but only just. And when you get on those soft tires, they're going to use more fuel per lap than the medium tires do. So I hope they've prepared for that. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to tell you that I'm looking at some of these. Who's getting lapped? Why is there a blue flag for Kawazuri? He's not a... Oh, wait a minute. He's 2 minutes down from these guys? How is Kawazuri... There's something wrong with the timer. Unless... Did he already pit? Oh, he pit! Okay. I was like, what is happening? This doesn't make any sense. So Kawazuri's already pit. So he is... That's why he's right there with these guys. All right. So he doesn't really have to talk about the blue flags. He knows they're on a different stint, so they'll probably pit soon. All right, looks like Nico, Sharky, and Monkey Man, G-Bub, and Rusty, all the way till the top 5 are all going to stay out. I think Burning Man's going to be coming in right now. Yep, there goes Burning Man. So Burning Man's going to pit from 6th, and into his pit box he goes. Truth is going to stay out. Burning Man is in the pits with 0% fuel and is still an hour left in the race. So Burning Man's going to have to figure out how to save some more fuel, because if the where's my buttons? If they run out of fuel, they don't get to pit again, or they get a 1 minute penalty. So I would like to Mazda show the tire and fuel, but I'm not gonna. We gotta give these guys some strategic advantage to the other drivers, not knowing what their fuel situation is. They're gonna know what some of them are when they pit, and they'll know how much they have left in there, and that they can do the math. But we're not going to give away the information to everybody, to have race engineers telling them, this guy's only got this much fuel, so let's do this, let's do that. No, I'm gonna make them work that out on their own. Sorry, buddy. No, his race isn't over. He can still make it. Sharky pits right at the 1 hour mark. That's surprising. I didn't see that coming, because he's going to want to keep the soft tires for a little bit longer, I guess. All right, but there's your new race leader. It's Nico. Of course, he still has to pit, but he is technically the race leader now. So Nico up into P1. Monkey Man Macho back into P2, where he spent most of the race. G-Bub now in third, with Rusty Maggots in fourth right behind him. Here comes the whole rest of the crew, and all Sharky can do is sit there and just watch how slow the car fills up with gas. Like, it is devastatingly slow. Like, look at the number, 33, 34, 35. These guys have to sit there and watch all of this. But that's okay. Nico has to go all the way around the track still, and he's going to pit at the end of this one, and then he'll have to sit and do the same thing. Now, what's interesting is the fuel situation in some of these other drivers, that they're still being competitive, but have a significant more amount of fuel than some of the other drivers. So it's going to be very interesting to see how this plays out in the second stint. Now let's see, where is Kawazuri is going to get his lap back here momentarily when he gets around the rest of this race course. Let's see, still sitting in the pits at, did the leader come out yet? No, Sharky's still at 86% fuel. Look how long they might as well do a driver swap, 4 tire changes, and out he goes. So Sharky leaves out, and he short fuels by about 9%. You can see that. All the other drivers are going to see it, so I don't mind saying it. But he knows he doesn't have to go as far, right? Because he's coming out with only 58 minutes left, and he went in with an hour, so he can manage to do it with a little less fuel. Nico comes in with 0% fuel. Monkey Man now, race leader. Got to give it to him. He is out there handling his business. So Monkey Man Macho up to the lead. He's got plenty of time. He's got about 7.5 minutes to get his pit stop done and get out of there. It takes about 2 to almost 3 minutes to get the pit stop done. Not 3 minutes, but really close to that to get your pit stop done. Rusty Maggots in P2, Truth Serum in P3, and right behind him is Toto Wolff looking for some action here to try to gain one more spot before they go into the pits. These guys still can go a little bit longer, so we'll see how this plays out for him. Tech Racing up into 5th, Cyclone Dan in 6th. These BVL guys still out on the track, still have plenty of fuel to go for, you know, get themselves to the end of the pit window. So we'll see if they can make that work. G-Bub still sitting in the pits. Everyone else is through into the final sectors, or just about the final sector, in the middle part of the track, the curvy bits. He's about halfway done with his fuel. Remember, a lot of these guys are going to come out and they're going to be right in the middle of other people. And we'll have to see how long it's going to take them to cycle through when they get all done. So we still have another 8 minutes before we're going to see where everybody really is. Nico sitting in the pits. Kawazuri's coming up the hill now, and he's going to get his lap back from most of these guys. He's right there with his teammate who hasn't pit yet, but will have to pit. So Kawazuri has the new soft tires on, just sets the fastest lap of the race. A 1:37.922. And that right there is is where we're going to start seeing these 1:37s. I'm going to say we might even see a 1:36 somewhere in there. I don't know if it's doable. I can't do it, that's for sure. Kawazuri now up into 9th place. Monkey Man sitting in 1st, has not pit yet. So Monkey Man still has a pit stop to make, but he's still getting out there on these medium tires for a lot longer, and which should mean that he'll have better soft tires at the end of the stint. Same with Rusty Maggots. Same with all of those drivers up to here. So the top 7 haven't pit yet, and when they do, they will come out and have soft tires that can last them a little bit longer. But Sharky is just really far ahead of all these guys. He's a lap down right now from some of these cars, but that'll sort itself out. And Kawazuri is 30 seconds from Sharky. I think that's the closest he's been to the leader. And that's good because he was a minute something before. So now he's just got to make the fuel last and get himself to the end of the race. We'll see if he can do that. Nico's 4 seconds back from Kawazuri, so you can see Nico's lost a ton of time having to pit and fill up all the way from empty. So we'll see if he can make that work. Kaizen has pit as well. All these guys have, so we're going to see all this stuff cycle through. All right, so Monkey Man, there goes Toto Wolff into the pits. Wow. Man, these guys have me thinking really hard in my brain. Truth in second, or third rather. Rusty in second. These guys are going to be pitting pretty soon. I think P2 and P3 will be pitting before P1 is. That's for sure. And then P4 and 5 are going to stay out for a little bit longer. This should make things very interesting in the second half of the race when all these guys come out. They're on their soft tires, and some of them are gonna have like 4 laps fresher tires, which is going to make a huge difference when the time comes. Sharky 1.25 seconds or minutes away from the lead, and Monkey Man into the pits now. Who pits out of the lead, and Rusty Maggots is also coming in, so he's pitting. Truth is probably going to come in too. He'll pit out from third. Yep, there he goes. BVL Tech Racing is going to stay on track, and he is going to become the new race leader if he doesn't pit. Nope, he's going to pit too. Cyclone Dan is going to pit. Sharky, so everyone's pitting. Sharky is in the middle sector now in the curvy bits, and he will come up and pass all of these people by the time he gets up there. He'll be going past all of them. So now we're going to see the real deal. Look at this. 35 seconds Sharky is over Nico. Wait, hold on. What happened to Cow? Oh, Kawazuri pit again. No. He screwed that one up. He screwed that one up big time. Kawazuri went back in and put medium tires back on the car. You only get one of each tire, so he is going to have, well, that's going to be like a 3-minute penalty for, or it's going to be a penalty for the tire change. You're only allowed one medium tire, and you're only allowed to change tires once, period. So he has changed tires twice. So that's, we'll keep an eye on that one later. Monkey Man Macho pitting out. Here comes all the way around the corner. There is Sharky, and Monkey Man comes out right there. Get her done, son. Look at that. Monkey Man closed what was a 9-second gap to Sharky, and now Monkey Man is right there with him with the brand new set of soft tires. Sharky's on some probably a couple laps old, and now we see that there is definitely a battle that can be had here. Oh my goodness. We'll see. Did Monkey Man take enough fuel? Did Sharky take enough fuel? Are the tires that Monkey Man threw on enough to... Oh, folks. This is the closest since about lap 5. This is the closest we've seen anybody to the leader of the race. And this is going to get exciting. I want to kind of check really quick to see. So Cyclone Dan, he pit, and he's back out in third. Tech Racing's pit, he's in fourth. And Rusty's pit, he's in fifth. Nico's all the way back with a half-second penalty, 3 seconds back from fifth. Remember, he was running second place, and he used up all his fuel and lost a ton of time refilling that thing. So definitely the BVL guys have been paying attention and practicing. Total Wolf up into 7th. Kaizen in 8th. Truth in 9th. G-Bubs in 10th. And right there is JNAB in 11th. And Kawazuri, he's not going to be able to do anything of significance with the penalties he got. That's going to suck. He's going to learn the hard way that he's got to watch the rules. You're only allowed one set of tires. And there goes Sharky, already built a couple more tenths on that last lap. Sharky does hold the fastest lap, a 1:37.5. So there is your fastest lap now. Provisional pole, assuming nobody else does a 1:37.5 or faster in any of the other lobbies. Plus, Monkey Man is close enough to maybe get some slipstream to put a faster lap together. We'll see. But when did Sharky do that lap? He did that lap a few laps ago. So he got that done. At the very least, he's going to get... there's no bonus point for pole position. But there is for fastest lap. So get those done. And the points here we're doing are a lot different than than we did in like the BMW Cup, where it was 100-something points per race. These winning this race gets you 78 points, I think, compared to 1 point for the last place in Lobby 5. So the points are going to be a lot closer together. It means you got to get out here and race more, son. All right, the BVL guys definitely did their homework. They're sitting in 3rd and 4th right now. Rusty Maggots is in 5th trying to catch up, and here comes Nico. Nico and Toto Wolff in 6th and 7th. Kaizan in 8th right there, and then there's Truth in 9th. JNav is that group of cars you see coming right here. Didn't quite get the camera switched over to them quick enough, but there they are. JNav and G-Bub back into 11th. So G-Bub, who was racing like 5th place or something, lost a ton of time in the fuel. He's also 2 seconds off his fastest lap time, so he must have either had a penalty or he made some kind of mistake. Burning Man in 12th. Mad Hatter right behind him. Well, maybe not for long. Yep, Mad Hatter moves over, and it's a drag race now down the front stretch. So Burning Man's got to figure a way. Do I brake late, go around the outside? Who gets on the brakes first? He does. And look at that. Mad Hatter holds it together and makes the pass happen. All right, it's getting a little bit late. Track is going to get a little cooler. And the lights are on, lighting up the track, lighting up the cars in front of them. Look at this. This is awesome, guys. This is for the race lead. Sharky has felt almost no pressure the entire race. And now he is getting massive pressure from Monkey Man. What does that mean? Well, Monkey Man just has to stay there. And if he can get Sharky pressured enough to make a mistake, Monkey Man can snag the lead. But then he will be under pressure. Ugh. Wow, yeah, the BVL guys did really great. That's going to be some solid points. If they can finish in 3rd and 4th right here, that is good, solid team points for the BVL guys. But look, there's Rusty in 5th from S7R. That's good points. Total Wolf's in P7 for High Pre. That's good points. I'm not sure how many other High Pre drivers there are down in the lower ranks. I think there's only, I don't know how many. I can't remember how many that High Pre fielded for the World Cup. Kaizan in 8th. So Kaizan now is the highest ranking, is he? Yeah, Kaizan is the highest ranking Expendables driver. Sharky is the highest ranking LRC driver. So 1st and 8th are the points they're going to get. And thus far, obviously. So BVL is probably going to come out. If the race were to end the way that it is now, BVL is going to end up with the team points champion lead by the end of the race with how they're performing right now. It'll be close. It'll be very, very close. I can't wait to put all the numbers together and figure it out. Monkey Man trying to hold it together. He does have the benefit of fresher tires and being able to drive in the slipstream and short shift and stay near Sharky and save fuel too. Only 44 minutes left, folks. And the pro guys, you notice how they know all the places on the track to go. Oh! I thought Monkey Man was going to go for it. He is putting so much pressure on Sharky. Sharky needs to be able to hold this together and not make any mistakes, because Monkey Man, which, to be honest, folks, I thought the only person that would be able to dethrone Sharky would be this guy right here from who I've seen in the lobbies thus far. The consistency, the pace, everything. I see that Monkey Man, Macho, and Sharky are going to be the two to duke it out through the season, assuming they both make every race. And ignore that little, you know, remaining laps thing. That's a bug in the game. It does that for every single car as you come by the pits. I don't know why it does that. It's the dumbest thing, but... All right, let's go check back here. Look at that. Cyclone Dan is just all by himself. He's already going down the hill. Everyone else is just now coming across the start-finish line. But Rusty Maggot's sitting in 4th. So he got around Tech Racing. He's up into 4th position. That is good stuff. There is BVL, and then Nico has made his way back up again. So there's Nico finding his way back up into 6th. He's got a lot of work to do to get himself all the way back up. And he might be able to take a couple spots from these guys. And there is Toto Wolff in 7th. Kaizen, there he is. 8th place. 9th place is Truth. And then back here, we got JNav. He's not that far from G-Bub. There's G-Bub. There's Mad Hatter. And then there's Burning Man, who's not too far away. So, yeah. We're going to keep an eye on this up here. I'm going to keep an eye on those blue triangles up there, too. But look at that. Man, Monkey Man is putting all kinds of pressure on the back of that Sharky's car. Just, and what's nice is as long as he can stay right there, he can short shift, he can save fuel, he can lift and coast. Oh, look at the flames coming out of the car. That's awesome. Yeah, Sharky thought he had it in the bag with a 9-second gap, but he didn't see was Monkey Man saving a ton of fuel. And, you know, these guys do, if you really are smart and do the calculations, you figure out, like, well, if I use this percentage of fuel every lap, I'm going to need this much fuel at the pit stop. How much time does that take with 1 liter per second? Okay, now I figure out, all right, now if I just were to do a few slower lap times and short shift, I might lose this much time on track, but I'm going to save, wow, these guys. I'm going to save this much time in the pits, and that's exactly what Monkey Man did. He went in with nearly a quarter tank of fuel, or close to it, and look at the size of the gap he got rid of. And Sharky's having to use all of his fuel to stay ahead. He doesn't have any benefit of slipstream, but Monkey Man does. Monkey Man gets to stay there, put all the pressure on, and just short shift and stay in that slipstream. Oh, this is so much fun. This is so much fun to watch, you guys. Hey, what's up, CC Sam? Good to see you, bud. All right, so let's go back and check on right here. So Rusty is still up 2.5 over Tech Racing, but Nico is there now. Nico is close enough. I bet he's maybe not this lap, but the next lap he'll be close enough that he'll be able to get around Tech Racing for that coveted 5th spot. We'll see how that goes. But oh my gosh, this front battle though. Oh, something happened. Can we get back far enough with Monkey Man? Monkey Man is just far enough away. It's as far back as I could go. Something happened with Monkey Man. So, interesting. So, he was right there with him and it lost all of that. So, he must have gotten a little loose somewhere. And now he needs to try to play catch up. All right, so Sharky finally has a reprieve since Monkey Man's pit out of not having that car right behind him for like every single lap. He's still there. 2 seconds is, oh, hang in there, buddy. Hang in. Nice save. It's not going to be good for your tires to be doing stuff like that. So Monkey Man trying to make things work. He's got about 39 minutes left. And then right here, there's Rusty, Tech, and Nico. This is for 4th position. Wow, these BVL guys and the S7 guys really got their strategies right to finish upper mid pack or the bottom top pack, whatever you want to call it. The other guys are way ahead. They're clear down in turn 1 right now. These guys are just climbing the hill. But these guys have really put together the right packages and pit strategies. Nico in 6th, and then you've got Total Wolf kind of all by himself, and then you've got Kaizen that's a little bit by himself. A couple seconds back is the other S7 guy from Truth. Then you got JNav, and then there is Mad Hatter and G-Bub. So a BVL v LRC duking it out for that 11th spot. Then Burning Man about 4 seconds up back the road. Back the road? What? Well, let's see. Let's take a look at your question. Nico. Nico's tires look just fine. So still has 37 minutes to make him last, but he's definitely using up more tire than the rest of the guys. That is for sure. All right, so it looks like Monkey Man has been able to eke out another 10th or 2 on Sharky, so he's slowly getting back up there. See if he can make that work. Cyclone Dan is up into 3rd. Very comfortable. He's going to be sitting in that nice podium spot as long as he doesn't run out of fuel and he can make it last the whole rest of the race. And I'm sure he's looking at how many percent he's using, what he's doing. Does he need to short shift, what he needs to do to make it last? Because I'm telling you, he's got a way different fuel strategy from every single other person up here. So I'll just put it to that. I'll just put it out that way. Rusty Magus has got a pretty solid 4th place right now, as long as he doesn't screw up. But Nico's gotten around Tech Racing, and his next target is going to be Rusty Maggots. But what is his fuel and tire situation going to look like at the end of this race by using these tires up so much? So we'll see what he can do. Still a 2-second gap to Rusty Maggots. Rusty doing a pretty good job holding it together, running solid 138s. So is Nico. So Nico's not running as fast the lap times comparatively with Rusty as he was with Tech Racing. Tech Racing had a couple 39s in there, which gave him what he needed to get around. Let's see, how is our first place driver do? Oh, we're gonna start seeing some of this again. So now, under a second, Monkey Man Macho has made his way back around, and he's staring right at the rear end of this first place Lamborghini again. Now, hopefully he doesn't lose any more spots or time, comparatively speaking, to Sharky. But if he can stay this close to him to the end of the race, he does have about 3 lap. He does have about 3 laps newer tires on there, so that might be just what he needs come the end of the race. Very curious to see how that's going to work. Is there anybody else close together? Oh, right here. Nico. Oh, no, Nico's still 2 seconds back. But Tech is not giving up. Tech is still there. He's right there on the edge of the slipstream. Should be able to pull stuff together, but Nico just got a much better exit coming out of there. And he's just not getting... Rusty's just not getting any love. Or Tech Racing, rather, is not getting any love on that slipstream. I want to go back here because this is a battle of the Titans here up at the front. we'll run down the order here in another 3 or 4 minutes. We'll run down the order with 30 minutes to go and check in on everybody. Doesn't mean I'm going to stay here for 3 minutes, but come on. How do we not want to keep an eye on this? Now, is Monkey Man going to even try to pass him? I mean, each driver has their own special way of making things happen for them. Some of them will force a situation that they could try to take advantage of. Or some will just have patience and just put immense pressure on the car in front of them and just wait for them to make a mistake. Because Monkey Man's going to want to sit in this slipstream and save all the fuel he can. Look at that. Sharky's already going defensive, trying to break the toe, and it's just not working. Monkey Man is all over him. Just, oh. Is he going for it? Oh, I thought he was going to go for it. I thought Monkey Man was going to go for it. Oh my gosh, he is putting so much pressure. Look at everything he's doing. Monkey Man is making Sharky think about every single corner. And what does he have to do to keep Monkey Man behind him? Monkey Man just has to be there in his mirrors and just applying pressure. Doesn't even matter if he wants to pass him or not, and just force the mistake. This is how you this is how you guys race. This is how everyone should race. Be patient. He's still got 32 minutes to pass him, right? Put the pressure on, set up for the pass. Some drivers are not as patient, and they'll just go for the move whenever the moment they get there. All right, 30 minutes, 32 minutes roughly left to go. There's a lot of racing to go. This is truly a test of man versus machine. Cyclone Dan is looking pretty good on his tires out front. I don't know how he's going to do on fuel. I haven't tested enough to know. Nico not far away from Rusty Maggots. And there's Tech Racing, and there is Toto Wolff. And then here comes Truth up the hill with Kaizen not too far behind either. So a lot of these guys spaced out, just trying to get up, through this race. There's JNav, G-Bubs in 11th, Burning Man in 12th, and 13th is Mad Hatter with Kawasari taking up the rear. Unfortunately, he switched back to the medium tire, so he's basically, or essentially, going to have... Look at this. It's not going to be a disqualification, but it's going to still be last place. At the very least. And hopefully he, I think there's a misunderstanding somewhere. We'll deal with it later, but look at this. This is some good racing. This is fun. Mostly because these two guys are going to be the two that are going to duke it out all season long. Did you notice the elevation just now? When they're coming up that hill, you can see the track down below, like how much elevation changes going up the hill. I think it's 30 meters, if I heard it right. The 30-meter elevation change from the top all the way down to the bottom. That's a lot. That's a long ways down, and then they got to climb that back up again at some point. Hold on, what's this here? Okay, Nico is really close. Or not Nico. Tech Racing is really close to Nico. So Tech Racing has kept the gap under a second. Is he trying to move to get this spot back? Really close. Really, really, really close. A little understeer there on the corner is going to make the tires not so grand. But I got to tell you, I've seen that these guys, almost all of these guys here racing, I've seen them in private lobbies and in the public practice lobby that I hold together. All of them making lap after lap after lap. Late on the brakes. Ooh, a little bit of tap. Okay, that was weird. let's go back and watch that one, because that one might come up in the stewarding, so might as well get it while we're here. He's right there on his tail. He's going to go inside. Ooh, yeah, he's trying to... He had his foot on the brake, it looked like. Interesting. All right. Well, we'll have that for later, but he's around Nico nonetheless. Total Wolf now in the picture with Nico. Up front, not much has changed here. Sharky showing his pace and his ability to handle the pressure. He's been driving defensively, especially here. He moves way over, and he's trying to break that toe, just enough to keep Monkey Man back behind him. Into turn 4. One of the hardest turns to get right every single time for a lot of drivers. You don't want to run wide because you'll pick up a penalty there for sure. 28 minutes left to go. And there's Dan. Dan is in trouble, folks. I'm just going to tell you this now. I'm just going to tell you. Ooh, wait, look at this Monkey Man going around the outside. Man, Monkey Man is making every kind of move here for this first place. These two. Oh. These two guys are so fast. I don't think we're going to see Cyclone Dan make it through this race, folks. I think he may run out of fuel. I don't know if he knows it or if he just knows something I don't know, but with this many minutes left, I don't think he's going to have what it takes to get through there. So we'll see what happens. Everybody else has a way different level of fuel, so either everybody else overfueled or he underfueled. That's all I could say, because I ain't gonna show it, but yeah. Total Wolf now is spying that green car in front of him. Does Nico have any damage? He does not have any damage. Okay. I'm actually very happy in how this race is turning out. These guys are showing just what GT Champions Racing should be about. Nobody's hit anybody, caused anybody any damage. I don't think anybody's pit for damage. So they're all just driving just so well. So this is the battle for 6th, and here's the battle for 1st. It's not as much of a battle as it is here in 6th place. See that hill down there? You can see the cars making their way through the lower sections. I like that camera shot because then Cyclone Dan's into the pits. That will be a 1-minute penalty for getting fuel outside of the pit window. So that's going to blow things up for the BVL guys there. That's going to give all these guys an extra point as they move past him while he's in the pits. Didn't quite pull enough fuel in during his first pit stop, and there's that. Oh, this 2-hour-long racing stuff, man, it can get to people. You've got to be your own race engineer and your own co-pilot and the driver, and you got to be the fuel guy and the tire guy. It can get to be a lot. That's why we call this GT Champions and not GT, not Champions. pits. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but you know what I mean. These guys have to do so much when they're behind the wheel of the cars, and as you get up into these higher class drivers, you start seeing them make all of these little moves to try to get every position they can, and sometimes they miscalculate. Like Dan, he only had 10% fuel when he went into the pits. I saw that the rest of these guys had a quarter to a half a tank, and he had like an eighth of a tank, and I was like, ugh, this is not bueno. I saw it like 20 minutes ago. When he pit out, I was like, oh, that's not good. Getting into the darkness now. The nice thing about the darkness, the track is cooler, which means the soft tires should last longer for all these drivers. So far, these two guys are on par with each other in both fuel and tires, so it should be, they're not the same. I'm not going to say which way is which, but we know they're on the same tire, so they're pretty on par with each other, clearly. Look at them holding it together. Rusty Maggots assumes the podium position, the final podium position thus far. Tech Racing, I'm sure, would like to have something to say about that. Nico might even want something to say about that, but he's a little bit busy dealing with Total Wolf, who's right behind him. And there's Truth in 7th. So there's a lot happening up here. I don't want to miss this lead change if it happens. I think it's going to end up being the second to last lap or something like that. We'll see. But Rusty Maggots, 3 seconds over Tech Racing. Tech Racing did not make the same mistake with the fuel situation like his teammate did. So we should see him be able to race to the end of the race like the rest of the guys. Can he get that podium spot? Can he take it from Rusty? Rusty is probably super excited to have that third spot and would really like to keep it. And I wouldn't mind having a conversation with him, talking to my buddy during the end of the race. Oh my gosh, look at these guys. Oh, this is really close. Yeah, Monkey Man's playing the long game, people. The long con, right? He's playing the long con, the long game, right? Keep on Sharky's bumper, right? Force a mistake if you can. He's got 21 minutes still. Force a mistake, and if not, then you've got your tires and fuel to get you through a last couple lap battle. So we'll see if that works itself out. Rusty, 3 seconds away from Tech Racing, 3.2. And there is Tech Racing right there. And then Nico. Now Nico's in a little trouble. He's being caught up here. Sorry for that, folks. 1 second. I'm going to keep an eye on this little battle here. Hopefully I don't lose anything with the lead. Oh my gosh, look how close these guys are. Every lap, they're right there. And then the 5th place battle between Nico's going into the pits. Why is he going into the pits? Do these guys not read the rule books? Do people not read what we tell them? Okay, that doesn't make any sense why he would pit. Unless he's trying to put on a fresh set of soft tires to get the fastest lap so he can get into the lobby again. If he switches tires, it's a minute penalty. Okay, there's 1 minute. If that fuel and no fuel. Okay, so 1 minute penalty, that's going to put him. Okay, I got to remember that one. Oh my goodness. Not good choices, guys. Not good choices at all. Tech Racing now 3.8 seconds from the podium. Can he make it there? we'll see what he can do there. But Nico, not a good choice, my friend. So now he's... I have a feeling that there's going to be an adjustment to the rule book after this race. That if you take tires, more than one set of tires, then you're not eligible for the fast lap. So, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. All right. Looks like... oh my gosh. I want these guys so badly to be right like this on the final lap. It will make for an exciting finish. Oh my gosh. All right, so we'll keep an eye on that there. Rusty Maggots, 21 seconds from those guys sitting in the podium place. The final podium place, that is. Tech Racing has lost another second to him. So I think Rusty's looking pretty good for a podium spot for S7R. So that'll be 3 different teams on the podium, which is good. Tech Racing has a lot to try to make it the last 17 minutes. So I think he just wants to keep that 4th place. Toto Wolff now up into 5th as Nico pits out. So High Pre will be sitting in the top 5. So we've got 5 different teams represented in the top 5 spots. So that's pretty cool. The Truth in 6th. There he is, kind of all by himself on the track. Same thing. Not the same thing. I didn't see this. So JNav and Kaizen are duking it out here for the 7th place spot. The leaders are coming up right passing pit lane now. Crossing the start-finish line to end lap 61 for them. About 9 more laps to go. I'm trying to keep an eye on the blue arrows as well as what we see on track here and see if Monkey Man gets there. And if not, if he does make the pass or something, I can mark it and we can go back and watch a replay for it. But he's just hanging out there, putting all that immense pressure on him. Not a lot going on there, so Monkey Man's still handling his business. JNav under attack. Here comes Kaizen. Kaizen knows he's got to get some stuff done. Now, JNav and Kaizen, they have definitely used more of their tires than others. It has become very much a who's got better tires to get through here. Kaizen was trying to take the outside so he could have the inside, and it didn't work. He's going to have to try that all over again. Sharky, I'm pretty sure Sharky thought he was going to have a pretty easy second stint and not have much to worry about. And Monkey Man Macho has made it very clear, and a very clear statement that you, sir, are not the fastest guy on the track. That there are, well, he may be faster, but like that you're just not going to walk away with this one. I have something to say about it, and I freaking love this. Not that I don't want Sharky to win. Don't get me wrong. I don't care who wins. As long as someone does and they do it in style. Like, these guys are putting on a great show for us here for the top spot. These are the fastest guys on the track. They are the fastest guys in this lobby, and they are just destroying this race, and I'm freaking loving it. Oh my gosh, it's so much fun. All right, let's see how JNav is doing back here. He's still trying to fight off Kaizen as they go up the hill. This is where Kaizen's going to have an advantage in the slipstream, but he's got to stay right there with them. Don't push him too much. Try to get through there. Get a bumper alongside of him somewhere. JNav now fully defensive. Fully defensive. Outside line. Here we go. Kaizen. He's going to have to brake a little later, and he does barely, but not enough. Try to get some speed coming down this hill. Get a better exit. Kind of get around him. Oh my goodness, this is insane. Well, there he goes. There he goes, Kaizen. Kaizen, it's a drag race now. Oh, that is a good picture shot. That's a good shot. That's a good shot. I love it. He's going to have the inside, and that is going to be it. JNav's going to have to let it succeed, and he does. Boy, these guys have tires that suck. They suck so bad right now. The leaders don't. These guys have beautiful tires. I can't believe that there's 13 minutes left and they still have these tires that are in such good shape compared to every other person on the track. But that's why they're the fast guys, because they aren't sliding around the corners. They're right at the edge of grip, which means they're not shaving the tires off. There's Rusty Maggots in third, having a great race. He's done a lot of overtakes. He's handled a lot of difficult high traffic areas, but here he is. He survived it, and he's sitting in third. Tech Racing has lost a little time. Toto Wolff now has made some moves and is now not far. This is the battle for fourth position. With 12 minutes left to go, can Toto Wolff get up to the fourth place spot? There's a lot happening here at the end of the race. A lot happening. Oh my gosh, you guys are just making this so much fun to watch. Oh my gosh. Oh, is it time? Is it time? Nope, he's just going to go wide. He's going to give himself the ability to get some more exit speed coming out of here. Yep, he doesn't have to push as much throttle, and he gets to stay in that slipstream. Nice. Very nice. Okay, look here, folks. This is for position. This is for fourth place. Tech Racing is in a battle to save his fourth place spot. He holds it together right then, but Toto Wolff is there to try to get that fourth place spot. That's one extra point. It all matters. There it is. And that's been done. But the crossover, oh no, good job. Toto Wolff parks it on the apex and says, I don't think so. And Toto Wolff now up into fourth. This battle's not over by any sense of the term. There's no way that Tech Racing is going to let this just go. We're going to keep an eye on this. I'm going to check up front here. They're just in the final corners heading up the hill now. They got lap traffic up there ahead of them. I don't know if that's going to play a role in what they have to do later if they catch them. Who is that? Is it Kawazuri? It is Kawazuri. And this battle here is not over. Yeah, this battle for fourth is going to slay the rest of the race, and it's going to be awesome. You can't have tire and fuel. No, that's not fair. I'm not going to do it. I can tell you certain things, but I'm not giving it away. It's not fair to the drivers because they want that anonymity. I literally have been asked by 3 different drivers, you're not sharing tire and fuel, right? We don't want our strategy for people to know our strategies. And I'm like, okay, that's how we roll. Now we do it right before the pit stop, and we'll do it right before the end of the race. So in the last 5 minutes, I'll let you guys see tire and fuel, okay? Just so you know. Rusty Maggot still 7 seconds up the road. Toto Wolff's not in the clear yet. Sharky not in the clear at all. There is so much going on in these top 5 spots. So quick rundown while we have a few minutes. Oh, jeez Louise, you guys. Monkey Man is looking for every way around this car. Oops, wrong button. Oh, Sharky's fully defensive, like fully defensive mode right now. And Monkey Man is looking for every spot. I will tell you this, that Sharky's tire and fuel are minutely better than Monkey Man's tire and fuel, but neither one of them are going to run out of fuel before the race is over. If that helps you, that makes you feel better. But I'm not going to say too much more than that, because it's just not fair. I will in a couple more minutes. But Monkey Man has been doing a fantastic job of managing his fuel and staying here in this place. Toto Wolff still not in the clear yet. This will come down to the last lap between these two as well for the 4th spot. Rusty's just like, I'm good, y'all. Just keep doing your thing. Up front, you guys do your thing. You guys behind me, you just battle it out. Leave me alone. I'll take this final podium spot. He's probably super happy about that. Oh, there it is. Monkey Man's up to the lead. We'll go back and watch that. Let's go back and watch that overtake. So here's coming out of turn 4. This is turn 5. And I think he's going to outbrake him here, or it's the turn before this, or the turn after this. It's going to be right here. Look at that. He's getting a great run. Sharky's trying to close him out, but he's going to break late and dive in. He dives in. Oh, and they touch a little bit, but Monkey Man Macho gets to the spot. That's awesome. All right, so everything has changed there. And right here we've got Toto Wolff under pressure for the spot, and this almost the same corner, and Tech Racing makes the pass. So these guys are starting to get impatient now. Everyone's trying to get to where they can go. Sharky looking inside. Show me, camera, move. Sharky's got the inside of the next corner. Sharky's back to the lead. Oh, get her done, boys. Get her done. And now Tech is up to 4th position, but it's not over. Toto Wolff's going to be fighting him for that. I'm sure there's battles elsewhere. Let's check and see. Is there anybody else anywhere close to each other on the track that's going to be of any... Oh, there's another one. That is for P9 right there. There's G-Bub and P9. They're battling it out. And then we've got, right here, we've got P12 is battling it out still. There's a lot happening, but Sharky's back up into the lead. Tech Racing is... Oh my gosh, I don't know which ones to look at, you guys. I don't know who to keep an eye on. All right, I want to see, what's this one? Okay, this is for P9. Okay, so... All right, so we got P1, we got P9, and we got P4 that we're going to keep an eye on. There's P9 right there. G-Bub battling with battling with JNav for that 9th spot. Sharky still sitting up front there in 1st place and 4th place. It's not quite as close, but it's definitely close where the... Oh my gosh, with 5 minutes left to go. Okay, this has been a lot going on. All right, we're gonna go for it, guys. Here you go. Now you get to see all the tires and fuel. Sharky sitting there with 1/8 of a tank of fuel, and there's his tires right now. And Monkey Man Macho, just about the same setup. They only have a few more laps to go, so Monkey Man is there, still able to go. Rusty Maggots with 5 minutes left to go. That's about 3 laps. So hopefully these guys have 3 laps of fuel. Tech Racing has Toto Wolff right behind him. Both of them have the fuel lights on. Everyone's got fuel lights on, it would seem. Truth coming across in 6th position here with 4 3/4 minutes to go. Nico all by himself. Kaizen, he's not all by himself, but G-Bub still has this battle with JNav happening. G-Bub with a whole lot of extra fuel in the tank he probably didn't need, and may have been helpful to know later in the race, or earlier in the race. JNav in 10th, Cyclone Dan in 11th, Burning Man in 12th, Mad Hatter in 13th, and Kawasari is in last place. And keep in mind that I'm just checking on 1st and 4th here. Those are all still happening. Oh my goodness. that Nico's not going to be finishing in 7th. This position is not his. He's got a full 1 minute penalty for pitting outside of the pit window. So we're going to have to see how that goes with his times. We'll discuss it as a team since he went and got fresh tires to do that, and that's not how you play this game. All right, 3.5 minutes to go. These guys are in lap 70 now. We're going to see 72 laps out of these leaders. They have put in some crazy lap times. P4 Tech Racing, it's here. Total Wolf is back. Total Wolf is right there. He's going to try to make a move at some point. He's got to make his move. When's he going to do it? Is he going to do it now? Is he going to wait one more lap? Start out wide. Try to get a faster exit out of this corner so you can catch him on the straight. There you go. Get in there and get that throttle going. That's close. That's close. He's fully in that slipstream. And look at this. This will be a spot where he can get around. And he's going for it. He's going for it. Tech is now looking at a loss of position here. Total Wolf up into 4th. They got to get through the corner. Cut back. No. Again, Total Wolf just slams the door on him at the apex. Nothing doing, he says. All right, Sharky's still okay up front. He's got a monster gap all of a sudden to Monkey Man Macho. And oh, that's because they had to get around. They had to get around lap traffic. Oh no, Monkey Man, hang in there. So Sharky gets a little reprieve. Oh no, wait, they're catching the lap traffic. I'm sorry. Sharky may have just given himself exactly what he needed as he comes across to finish lap 70. There's going to be this and one more. This is his penultimate lap right now into lap 71. The same with Monkey Man. Rusty Maggots is looking great. He's got, hopefully he can make it through one more lap because his fuel is looking pretty dismal. And up the hill, Toto Wolff leads Tech Racing with just a little bit more fuel than Tech Racing does too, so he can manage to shift a little later and try to build enough of a gap. We'll see how this plays out for him. Tech Racing will be sitting in 5th as they are on the road today. Truth in 6th. He's got plenty of a gap to Nico. Nico is going to be all the way to the back of the pack by the time this race is over. Kaizan is in 8th, presumably 7th on the pylon with G-Bub right behind. Who is that in front of them? Kaizan. Oh, Kaizan. Yeah, Kaizan, G-Bub, and JNav are all right there. This is a battle for 8th. So we got 48 seconds left. The leader is going to come across and have to do one more lap. He's got barely has the fuel to do it. I think Monkey Man barely has the fuel to do it. I think he had to slow up to try to make sure he can get all the way through the last lap. Rusty Maggots may not even make the line before it's over, so he will come across probably in 3rd with the checker. Sharky comes across. 22 seconds left to go. Monkey Man comes across. He'll be in 2nd place. And if Rusty Maggots doesn't cross the line in time, then at least Monkey Man knows, even if he runs out of gas, he's good to go. But yes, Rusty Maggots is going to get it from S7R. He's going to get 3rd place as he comes across the line here. And the final podium spot's going to go to Rusty Maggots from S7R. Congratulations, buddy. Woo-hoo-hoo. Fantastic race. Toto Wolff, he's going to come across. He's going to get 4th. Tech Racing will come across in 5th. There he goes right now. Here comes Truth up the hill. He's going to finish with a 6th place finish. Not too terrible. Nico on the road in 7th, but he has a penalty for taking the extra tires coming his way. Kaizan in 8th. He's got a pretty decent gap to G-Bub. So we'll see him come across here momentarily. Where is the leader? Okay, he's back a bit. So there is Kaizan coming across in 8th. G-Bub in 9th. There is 10th place JNav. He gets a top 10. Cyclone Dan comes across with 11th, but he, I believe, is going to have a penalty as well. Burning Man is going to come across in 12th. He's almost out of fuel. Where's the leader? Oh, there he is. Okay, so we don't want to miss that. Burning Man will come across in 12th, and it looks like Kawazuri is ahead of the leaders. But there's Burning Man in 12th. But Sharky, once again, 4.5 seconds to the best of Monkey Man, comes across as round one's race winner. Congratulations. Monkey Man comes across in P2. But this is the story of the day. World champion last season now comes across and wins the first round in Lobby 1 of the World Cup. Congratulations, buddy. Way to go. What a race that was, folks. That was... There's going to be some upset people. There's going to be a couple of guys that are going to be a little bit miffed, peeved, mad, angry, upset, whatever you want to call it, about how about all that went down with the pit window and the fuel and the tire situation. So we'll deal with that in a minute. But what I am going to do is I'm going to go get ourselves some interviews with these guys because that was pretty awesome. So hang tight while I go find our top guys and bring them in for some interviews. So hang tight and I'll be right back. All right. Are you there, Rusty?
I'm here.
All right. All right, everybody. We've got our third place finisher here. We'll wait to see if we can get the other ones in here. Oh, my goodness. What a race. And, dude, you put it all together to get that final podium spot. The two guys up front, they were untouchable tonight. But to put yourself in a position that you did, I was noticing you guys early on in the race. I was like, I see what's going on here with the S7 guys. They've been practicing. They're figuring out what's the best play. Tell us about your race. Tell us how things went.
Yeah, well, honestly, it started off bad in turn one. I don't know if you saw it on the stream, but I got bumped a little bit, went off the track, got back on, was dead last with a couple seconds to the next guy. And I just kind of ignored it. This was really a race of attrition with the tires and the fuel. So once I was in last place, like, I didn't really care too much because I was like, you know what, let's just catch up to the pack, save a ton of fuel and tires and everything. while I'm like hanging behind them, let those guys accordion all around the track, and I'll just hang back. And it definitely paid off at the end of that medium tire stint. I was towards the back, kind of stuck in a bunch of shenanigans with people most of the first half of the race, but once we got spread out, I was just picking everybody off. I had more fuel, I had more tires, and yeah, really, like you said, it really came together. Honestly, I was pretty surprised. I haven't been doing a lot of sim racing lately. I did a little bit of BMW Cup with you guys. Other than that, I haven't done, since the BMW Cup race, I haven't done a competitive sim race since then. This is my first one back. And
well, that's a good way to start off, man.
Yeah. Honestly, like I was not expecting much. I thought I was going to be towards the back of the pack, and then to come through the whole pack like that for a P3, probably one of the best drives I've ever had, to be honest with you. So I'm happy about that.
Yeah, you did a good job. So appreciate that. I'm looking forward to seeing how the rest of your season goes. And just joining us now is our race winner by a hair of his head through the last 10 laps. Sharky, congratulations, man. Good job.
Yeah, oh, God. Monkey Man. Bloody hell.
He made you earn it. He made you earn that one.
He made me quake, yeah. I knew I was going to have a bit of tyres than he did, but he held me up. He kept me going for a long time, and he passed me at the hairpin, and then I realised I had enough fuel to just rev it as much as I need to get to the end, and so I started pushing. I had a bunch of spare tyre left, and he fell off after that. Like, he just... Yeah.
Well, what happened was, I think, is he realized he was a little bit lower on fuel, and you guys were coming up to that lapped car, and I was like,
yeah.
I think he did what he wanted to do. I think he was there to just show you that you're not just going to walk away with this one. He's going to make you earn it, and I'm excited for that.
Make me earn it, but
well, tell us about your race, man.
I know his weakness, and I exploited it, so I'm happy with that.
There you go. Well, how'd you
Good
feel?
On you, Rusty, as well.
Yeah, he comes in with a third place finish. That was really great.
Hell.
Dude, so I have a question for you, Sharky. So the first stint, you had like a 9-second gap, right? And you were just turning every lap within
7.5. It was 7.5 to Nico.
Yeah. Well, you should have. Nico came from the back of the field all the way up, but he ran his fuel wrong and he had to pit earlier. But you had this massive gap, and then when you pit out and you saw everybody else pitting in, did you anticipate coming past pit exit and seeing Monkey Man right there with you? Was that a surprise?
Yes, I did, because he had a ton of fuel when he went in like a few laps after I did. So I set a couple flyers in clean air. And then I went back to tyre saving mode, and then he was just there. So,
yeah, and there's actually two drivers that pit outside the pit window. So
I know, and I've got clips of those.
No, it's okay. I got it.
And one changed their tyres.
I saw the that's because Cycle and Dan ran out of gas. So it's either park the car or get gas and suffer the penalty. Kawazuri went in and he pit from the mediums to the softs, and then he went like 2 laps. Then he went back in, got more fuel, and went back to the medium tire. So
he didn't refuel, I noticed. He only just changed tires.
Oh, okay. He may have. I thought maybe he got fuel. That might be confusing.
No, so he went and his right front was basically almost bald, and so he went and changed tires, which of course you can't do. So
yeah. So anyway, so we'll have to look at that one. And then Nico, he went in towards the end of the race. He didn't take fuel, but he got a fresh set of soft tires, presumably to set that 137.8 that he set. But we'll be discussing that with the stewards because you only get one set of each tire, so that will probably cancel out his fastest lap time there. But we'll figure that one out later.
Aren't all 3 of those a 1-minute penalty? All 3 of those instances.
When you take, if you take tires or fuel outside of the pit window, it's a minute penalty for each.
So if you took tires
Yeah.
and fuel out of the pit window, that's a 2-minute penalty. If you take tires more than one set of tires, it's also a 1-minute penalty. So yeah, I mean those guys are going to be dead last in there.
I'm just happy I won a Group 4 race without tossing it away.
Well, you had to earn it. That's for sure. It was not handed
I
to you.
did, yeah, I did.
I wish Monkey Man was in here so we could find out his view of it, because it was pretty fun.
I'll be
man.
chatting to him after, probably.
Well, you did set the fastest lap in the lobby, a 1:37.548. So that is
Was it 5.46 or 5.48?
yeah. I'm looking at it
5:48.
on the screen, a 1:37.548.
No, it doesn't matter. Yeah.
And that's provisional pole, assuming nobody ran something faster in any of the other lobbies, right? So that should be good, and that should get you your team some good points there. Monkey Man had a 1:38.2, and is that Monkey Man? Oh no, that's Nico. No, Nico, you didn't finish on the podium. Out you go. So anyway, that was a pretty spectacular race. So I'm glad that we got that one done.
Man, Seb 38.2, I think.
38.294. Yep.
Yeah, okay.
And Rusty actually set a faster lap time, so he'll get to start ahead of Monkey Man. We'll have to figure
Tyson
out
did as well.
Yeah,
It's truth.
It's truth. Nope, sir. This is interview lobby only. Hang on. You don't get to say anything.
This is Monkey Man. This is Monkey Man, mate.
What?
This
This
is
is Monkey Man.
How the heck
Wait,
are you
what?
showing up as truth?
I'm
yeah,
kidding, I'm
truth
kidding.
picture.
It's a joke. It's a joke. I was just messing with you.
Oh, okay. I was like, how's that work? Anyway, all right, guys. Well, that was, dude, that was a load of fun. That's gonna be a lot of fun coming up. Next week, or not next week, but in 2 weeks from now, you guys are gonna be at Topolis in the Group 3 Hyundai Genesis. So that one, you guys are really gonna have to practice for, because that's a tire eater track, man, and you're definitely gonna have to work that one out and figure out your strategies. But congratulations, Sharky, good job. Rusty,
Yes.
good job. Monkey Man, I
Do we
know
get
you're not in
pole
here with
position
us, but good. What's that?
We get pole position points.
No, you can get fast lap. You
Just
get a
fast
fast
lap
lap point in your lobby, but you don't get a pole position point because you kind of get the fast lap one already. Plus, somebody could actually get a faster lap than somebody in a lobby ahead of them. So no, there's no pole position point. Nope, not like we did in BMW Cup.
either, because like somebody from our lobby could drop down to lobby 2 next week and be in pole there, and it wouldn't really make sense to get a point for that.
Exactly.
Either.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
We sorted that out in the BMW Cup last season because people were getting pole position points and not even earning anything. They were like last in their in their group. So,
Yeah.
but that was just, hey, that was fun. But guys, I'm gonna let you guys go brag to your friends and save your replays. Hopefully, you did all of that. But we'll see you guys in a couple of weeks. Congratulations again. And Monkey Man, I know you're not in here with us, but maybe if you're watching, congratulations, bud. And we'll talk to you guys later. Thanks.
Yeah,
Thank you.
All right, that was them, and that was fun. What a great race that was, folks. So that's our race results right there. Once again, Sharky, Monkey Man, Rusty Maggots on the podium. Only 2 drivers made it around to do 72 laps. Everybody else finished on 71 laps, and we have a few people that are going to have some penalties, and we'll deal with those later. But thanks for everybody coming around. Don't forget to hang out with us, and like and subscribe. All the stuff you're supposed to do on a YouTube channel. Share it with your friends and family, and I see that someone's saying that Rusty should be the driver of the day. I might have to agree with you because he duked it out and really made it work. So anyway, folks, that was it for us. Appreciate you all coming by, and we'll catch you on the next time out. All right, have a good one.